Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Are
You're recording me?
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh, yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
Oh, so now it comes to this. Women are too good to go to the Cheesecake Factory. Women are that spoiled that they think they are deserving to go to a different style restaurant. Really? Stay tuned to the end to see who gets this week's Stomp Award. Coming up next. Welcome to Rewind, my new online digital platform. Before we go any further, we want to take care of one thing. We're going to hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for future notifications. That way you are notified when the video comes out each and every week. And don't forget to check out my new hit novel, The Third Rail. Talking about trifling women. Talking about today's modern women. Check out my new hit thriller, The Third Rail. The link is in the description below. Online dating will never be the same. Online dating can get you killed. Check out my new hit novel available on Amazon.com. News and views happening within the week. Rewind with Tommy Handsome. Let's get right to it and stay to the end to see who gets this week's Stomp Award. There's a video circulating around the internet. This video, of course, it was sent to me, was gone viral, about a woman who thinks she's too good for the Cheesecake Factory. I don't believe it's come down to this. Roll the clip.
Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you? You're recording me?
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh, yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
Notice how she locks the door, locks his door. This is the triflingness of women today.
Okay. So,
yes, let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree.
I
went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative.
Nah, he's doing the right thing. He gets out the car. He's going to open her car door, but she locks the door. And then she has the audacity to say, Who takes women out, a woman that looks like me, to a chain restaurant, the Cheesecake Factory? Women today, they have blown their gasket. Women have blown their doggone mind. She thinks that she is too good and thinks that she's too great to go to a chain restaurant. This is why I said it once and I said it 1,000 times. This is why men are going their own way. This is why men are dating outside their race. It's because of women like her. She thinks she's all that. You are, as Kevin Samuels would say, the Godfather. You are an adjustable 5. You're average at best. And then you think that you are deserving of a restaurant? I mean, a real 5-star restaurant? Women today, modern women today, don't know how to act. This is why women are being treated the way they are. And this is why women like her are not going out on dates.
And at least,
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well, I mean, even when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay,
I don't know you.
I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. Just we're not
I don't
we're not
know
there
yet.
Okay. And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
but
I got myself all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay. Well, look at my plan where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I
I know you
specifically
did.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs for an hour. Right?
But
When she carried on the way she carried on, I mean, I would have just got into the car, turned on the car keys, took my behind home. He's finding out or trying to find out what's wrong with her and what's wrong with going out to the Cheesecake Factory. Now, she says that a woman of her caliber needs to be courted. Women have to be courted. I don't have a problem with that. But it's only the first date. When you court somebody, you've been dating for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 3 months. They're not going to understand the courting process. This is the first date. And she's saying that when you court somebody, you're supposed to please the woman. The woman asks for something, you're supposed to deliver. It's the first date. What are you talking about courting and asking for what you want and getting what you want and believing you are deserving of what you want if it's the first date? You're just trying to find each other out, trying to feel each other out. But you're saying a woman should be courted and a woman should be and get what she wants. And then it's the first date. This is why women like her do not go on dates. This is why women like her, no one asks her to go on dates. This is the triflingness. I've said this many times before. The word is trifling. She is nothing but trifling. And this is why men, like I've said it before, are going their own way. Because women do not know how to act.
Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment. And that is not possible.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing. Which I'm still willing to do. I would have been.
Okay.
But if we're late, I mean, I told you
we weren't
twice.
late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot.
I mean,
And waiting for a reservation.
we can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, the equivalent to that? I mean,
I literally
you don't
said-
understand.
And the conversation gets interested. Now she's saying that she don't go to chain restaurants. She's saying this and she's saying that. And he's trying to decipher what's going on. And then she's saying something to the fact that she deserves better or she deserves more. That's what she's trying to get at. So he says, what are you talking about? She wants to compromise. So he said, first of all, when we walked to the car, you didn't even hold my hand. You didn't even hold my arm. She said, this is too early for that. Just like going to a fancy restaurant on the first date is too early. I can see 3rd, 4th, 5th date, the first date, and you think you're deserving of going to a fancy restaurant. Then she had the audacity to be an hour late. An hour late. What are you talking about? You did not want him in your apartment. Maybe it's too early for that. But if you're going to be an hour late, the correct thing was say, once you come in, have a seat, I'll be with you in the few moments. But you made him stay downstairs in his car for a whole hour. Guys, put down in comments. If someone made you wait a whole hour, put down in comments what you would have done. Would you have stayed or would you have left? Talking about the audacity of modern women today. And then being uncomfortable or bringing him to the apartment. But it was uncomfortable for him to wait a whole hour downstairs. And he had a better date planned for you. But since you was an hour late, and since reservations were canceled because you was an hour late, he took her to Cheesecake Factory. And you still felt you wasn't deserving of that. This is the problem with modern women. I've said it once and I've said it 1,000 times. Men are going their own way and men need to go their own way because of women like this. And women like her are making it bad and impossible for you ladies, for you good women out there. And you see why men are not asking you on dates. You see why you are alone. Like I said before, you see why you're in the 4 confines of the 4 walls because of women like her, because they're making it bad and hard for decent women out there.
Is there another restaurant you can call that, like, the equivalent to that? I mean,
I literally
you don't
said-
understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing.
I will die. That's embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for
No.
that. I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So you just want to call it a night? I mean,
Yeah.
isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
I'm sorry, y'all.
He's
but
out the parking space.
If I don't feel
Can you
respected,
see?
I
mean,
am not gonna go through with the rest
come
of the day.
on. Well, I mean, you are serious. You're really leaving. Yeah.
I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I mean, I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh
So,
my God.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off home.
All right, whatever. Well, I mean, I guess I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Now, this is part 2 on Word on the Street. Word on the Street, they got together again. No, not on the date. This is probably not going to happen again. They got together on the podcast. I'm going to link the description of the podcast below. That way you can check out this video in its entirety. But they got together again. And they were discussing what happened on that first date and how she was acting on the first date. So word on the street that things did not go as planned again. But again, it was just a podcast. Then she realized how she was acting. She realized how inconsiderate she was. She realized, word on the street, that women like her are not going on dates because of her attitude, because of her entitlement. We talked about entitlement before. This is why people are acting the way they do. Dating today is not easy. Dating in 2023 is not easy, but you women are not making it easier for yourselves. And then you realize why you are alone. Shaniqua, this is why women like you are confined in the 4 walls. This is why women like you should be going out with your dog or going out with your cat, because you're not deserving to go out with a real man. Here you have this nice brother. He went out, took you out on a date, willing to spend money, 2 resources, money and time with you. And you were inconsiderate of his time, hour late, inconsiderate of what? He was going to spend money on you. So that gas that he took, he picked you up, wasted gas, wasted time, wasted energy on someone like you. Pink Book, how was he acting?
And acting like a Shaniqua.
Definitely, like a Shaniqua, because you have no sense with your ghetto ass. And this is why you get this week's Stomp Award. Ladies, gentlemen, want an unfiltered analysis of videos just like this one? I want you to do one thing. I want you to hit that subscribe button. We on upwards of 1,200 subscribers, all because of people like you. If you want to see more Shaniquas, you want to see more trifling women or other contact, leave a comment in the comment section below and let's get the conversation started. You're watching Rewind.